Hello and welcome to Twenties Aplenty and our continuing weekly campaign, the Headhunter Chronicles, a D&D adventure with people that randomly met on the internet. In this week's episode, the group continue their search for Egron Fasfly and unwillingly find themselves a job. If you enjoyed this week's session, please remember to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Enjoy.
We travel and roll, our intentions are good. Maybe. We fight, at times polite. It's DnD.
So, last time we set off, the group had just returned to the cast-in, having done a spot of shopping, is how I will politely put it. Varric, all apart from Varric, who was busy helping the local amateur dramatic society rehearse one of their plays. The group had a bit of a drink and a meal, which involved Amanita tucking into a mushroom containing stew, and they discussed what to do next. Yinran was quite keen to head off to the sanctuary south of the city. Marcus chipped in and reminded the group that they'd come to Catan City for a reason, and that was to get the crystal repaired. So that would probably be, and he was eager to see his or get to Drifania to rescue his sister, or to at least find out where she was, and encourage the group to seek out Egron Fasfly, the sorcerer who was to repair or replace the crystal for Lats, so they could fix the airship. The next morning, Amanita didn't appear for breakfast, and so the group, having finished their own rather greasy breakfast, went looking for her. And when they got to the room, all they could hear was Amanita in a bit of a panic looking for something. Turned out that she'd lost a book. Having the need to go into the room and get his things, Varric went in, discovering Amanita in her true form. It was a fairy with a mushroom head that Jess kindly shared the likeness of in some of her art. And then, so Amanita explained that that form was the mushroom form she used to stop being discovered or not be discovered. It was a form of protection, effectively, so people didn't know she was a fairy. There was a little bit of a discussion about whether or not the Fae was a myth. That's what Yin thought originally. Lucy kind of nodded along, going, Anyway, after that, the group headed off to the wooden tower that they'd spotted the day before. They found some rather burly men, moving furniture in to that house or that tower. When they had a discussion, they'd discovered that Egron no longer owned the place. It was now the property of Maggot Slickshaw. But they, when asked where Maggot might be, Egron might be, they pointed you in the direction of the local taverns and said he likes a card game. So the group then returned to the cast-in, asked if Human knew him. He did say that the card games on there in the cast-in were a few days earlier, so he wouldn't be there. However, he could be in a number of the others. He mentioned specifically the Biscuit Barrel, and he also mentioned the Silver Steel Inn, but and the Egron was probably stupid enough to go there, even though a fool and his money are soon parted there. Lucy also asked where one might go if they wanted some easy winnings, and he was pointed in the direction of Sparky's. The group then headed to the Biscuit Barrel in the North Dock. It was run by an ex-Navy man called Carper Shingle. There were a number of people playing cards there, and there were also a number of there was also quite a lot of traffic going through a little passageway and down some stairs, which led Varric asked about it and whether or not there was card games down there, and Carper informed him that that was a private members club. The group tried to discuss how they could gain entrance to the private members club. Carper told them it was only by invitation, so they were trying to find a way of sneaking in. Meanwhile, Lucy sneaks off, knowing how to get in there, having come across such establishments in the past. Had an item which allowed him to gain access on this occasion, and ended up talking to an estranged uncle, or so it would seem. He didn't know anything about Egron, but try asking at the dockside. The group then headed towards the Silver Steel, which was in the Market Square. In the Market Square, as the group entered, they discovered a number of bounty posters. Marcus kind of stood staring in deep thought, as one of them was for his sister-in-law, Ilaria Adan. I did say I got the name wrong last week, and I had. So it's Ilaria Adan. When asked about it and whether or not it was his sister-in-law, Marcus indicated it was, and it was just more shit to deal with. Varric pocketed one of the other posters, had a half-orc on it. And Lucy did a spot of shopping before they headed to the Silver Steel. While Yin sat at the bar watching the card players and the world go round, it was quite a busy bar. The rest of the group went to investigate a number of private rooms which were to the opposite end of the bar, to the card games. Amanita, finding the doors locked, and one of them was like an office with a bookshelf and a desk. Amanita turned into a spider, snuck under the door, and investigated the room. As she was investigating, she discovered a square on the carpet that looked worn, as though it had been lifted up and down numerous times. And under the carpet, she found a trapdoor. She continued to search the room as Lucy was busy getting in trouble trying to gain access to the room via picking the lock. Telling the bouncer he was admiring the craftsmanship on the lock, what he's discovered. In the meantime, Amanita found the key for the door in the drawer of the desk, opened the door, everybody came in. The group opened the trapdoor, triggering a trap. A number of the group were hit. I think three of the group were hit by the resulting poison darts. They snuck down, found a large warehouse-type room, and people heading in their direction. Obviously, the trapdoor had also set off some sort of alarm system. Lucy cast darkness to hide the group. Everybody legged it back up the stairs, dragged the desk onto the trapdoor, placing the immovable rod on top. Meanwhile, there was people heading towards the door from the outside. Pardon me, from the outside. They didn't seem to want to come in. They just seemed to wait in readiness. Seeing the danger, the group decided that they would try and transport themselves to just outside the front door. Lucy had a number of Misty Step scrolls. He gave one to Farak and got Marcus to sneak inside the bag of holding, which he then, while he temporarily took it from down his pants, put it back down his Marcus got in. Lucy stuffed it back down his pants. Amanita used Misty Step. Farak used the scroll, and Lucy used Thunderstep to transport the group, and everybody was transported outside the front door. Meanwhile, Yin is still sipping wine. The group outside had a quick discussion and decided they needed to get back in to try and work out where the hell Egron Fasfly was. Lucy cast Disguise Self, and the group were about to head back into the Silver Steel Inn, or the remainder of the group were about to head back into the Silver Steel Inn. Yin is busy, sat at the bar drinking a glass of his favourite tipple as we set off. So, what do you want to do?
I'm assuming I saw and heard all of this with said people kicking off. Is this correct?
Yeah, I mean, you did see a number of people heading towards that door, and you'd watched what door they'd gone through.
Right.
And you seen Lucy trying to make a distraction by throwing it, well, using thaumaturgy to make a voice accusing somebody of cheating over the other side, which caused a bit of a scuffle, but did not distract the attention of the bar security so much. You get the impression they were wise to the world of those sorts of attempts.
Okay. So I'll shake my head and just like in my mind in Elvish just say I'm getting told for this shit, and then wander over to the card players. So looking for ones that's just about to end their game, and then I will well excuse me, I would like to play a game if that's alright. It looks like you're about to end.
Are you registered?
I mean, no, but I can be.
It's a tournament.
Ah.
Only registered players.
I was just wondering, I'm looking for a different type of game, actually. So every time that I would maybe win a round, you would give me some information. I don't know if we can do something like that.
Depends on the information you're looking for.
I'm looking for a person.
How do you know I know? How do you know somebody here know looking for?
Well, the little birdies told me that the person that I'm looking for is an avid card player, and maybe an avid loser as well.
That doesn't reduce it down to many people. There's quite a lot of people that like a game of cards and tend to lose.
Okay, what if I say the gentleman's surname is Fasfly?
I'll take on his face.
Egg on his face, you say?
It's his name, isn't it? Egron? Egg on his face?
Ah, play on words. Smart.
Well, yeah, if you said he was a renowned loser. Yeah, he wins a couple of games, so, I mean, that's probably unfair. He just gets a little bit overconfident when he's on a winning streak and ends up losing everything.
Interesting. Where would I find him? You see, I owes me a bit of money that I need to collect, and
Well, he was in here the other day. Well, wasn't in the best of shape. He couldn't stand up in the end. Stupid old fool. He anyway, he got took home by one of the doormen, I think.
oh, okay.
I think it was that guy over there, and he points to a half-orc gentleman
Yeah.
in kind of brown leather armor.
Wonderful.
Looks fairly big even for an half-orc.
Okay.
He's got a ring through his the golden ring through his bright eyebrow.
Well, he looks like a ray of sunshine, but anyway, here you go. 2 silver. Enjoy the rest of your game, man. And win a game on me, would you?
Rather win for myself, but I'll try.
And I will just flip the 2 silver onto the table and wander off to the orc.
Okay. So you approach this orc, you can kind of smell him before you see him.
Oh, lovely.
It's not a particularly nasty smell. It kind of he smells a bit like I don't know, a bit like rosemary and fresh straw.
All right. Is he looking at me, or what is he currently doing?
Well, he's currently kind of watching everybody. Really, he's kind of just he stood on a bit of a raised step thing, like a little bit of a platform, and he's just kind of probably about a foot off the ground. This platform thing, so it's like you just step up onto it.
Okay, cool.
And he's kind of just surveying the pub. When you get about couple of meters away from him and he can see you heading in his direction, he looks down. Can I help you?
Yeah, not often then people look down on me, but anyway. My name's Yin. I'm looking for Mr. Fasfly. He owes me some money, and birdies tell me that he might have come in this direction.
Mr. Fasfly, you say?
Indeed.
Name doesn't ring a bell to me.
Egg on his face, maybe? Does that ring a bell?
Maybe.
Come on, what would it take for you to tell me?
What you got that's of interest to me?
Some friends, some people, some gold, I don't know.
Friends? Think I'm gonna eat them?
I don't know. Might.
Fucking racist.
I mean, come on, you walked into that one.
I don't hear you offering anything. You just listed what you've got.
Well, take your pick.
Well, how much is his home worth? Where he's staying?
I don't know where he's staying. That's the problem here. It's because I need to go to his home to...
He was a bit drunk the other day. I had to take him out.
Ah, okay.
He got home safely. I know where he got home safely. What's that worth?
He owes me a couple of 100 gold. You know, I can always give you one third of that, which would be around, let me count, 20, 15, something around there.
Hey, that's a third of 200.
Oh, count. Wow.
Okay. You got a deal. 20 gold.
Okay. 20 gold.
Sorry, I did that was an intelligence, medium intelligence check, by the way, to work out. Would he know this? Natural one. Okay, no, he wouldn't. He's moved to the market district.
Mm-hmm.
Not far from here, actually. Do you know the art dealers?
I'm sure I can find them.
Well, him and his apprentice have moved to the flat above the art dealers.
Ah. Wonderful.
It was recently vacated, so I believe.
Oh.
But his landlady seems to have found a tenant quick enough.
Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. Here you are, 5 golds of the 20, so next time I see you, I'll give you the rest. But, thank you for your time.
Hang on a minute. You said 20, you didn't say when.
After I find the rest of my gold, which Mr. Fasfly has.
Do a persuasion roll.
Alright. $14.
All right, but I know where you're headed. I'm sure I can find out where you're stopping.
Yeah, and you know what I look like, and it's not like I'm going to run away, am I?
There's not many shiny elves with a shiny head knocking around.
Fuck off. And I'll turn around and I'll just walk. Am I walking past this lot?
So it took you 5 thing.
Yeah.
So you head towards the door, do you?
Yeah.
So as the others are debating going back in, you come walking out.
Right, come on, liability, let's go.
Where are we going?
Back to the art dealers, where Lucy and Amanita and I was.
Right.
I think Lucy's still in disguise.
This is true, but is he with the group? Or has he... Where is he?
He's with the group, I think.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Okay.
I like the fact that we've got an outside, in front of the big window where like everyone can see out into the street and stuff like that. You just immediately cast disguise self, so everyone's just seen you change quickly. Just like, yeah.
Lucy's not smart.
No,
this is
not.
very well established. He is not smart.
So we're going to the art dealers then.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the place with shiny dagger.
Yes, place with shiny dagger.
Okay. So you head across the market square, find the art dealers. You were there previously. You notice that the shiny dagger is no longer in the window. And there is a set of, next to the building, on the side of the building, there is a set of stairs leading up to a door.
So this is the place you guys left me at the bar with that dancing troupe.
Huh?
Yeah. It had some nice things, but we didn't get anything.
What's the price range we talking here? Because I'm a bit strapped for cash, so I might not be able to pick anything up over here.
It was a lot. Yeah.
Cool, great.
Oh, Lucy, talking about gold, I need another 15 out of the group stash, please.
I no longer have the group stash.
Okay, then I need 15 of your gold.
What?
Well, you should have thought about keeping a bit of the group stash on you, so we can use it for things.
Try to remember if I did. I don't think I did.
I thought you did. Petty cash.
Might have. But, I didn't write in how much I deposited. No!
I think I did. It was last. It wasn't last week. It was the week before, wasn't it?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
Session 45. So it's my. So I can give you what your current bank balance is.
I've got the current bank balance. I just don't have how much I deposited.
Okay. So before it was 5678, and now it's 16423.
So it was 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Arrange an overdraft. Please call this number here.
Yeah, I deposited all of it. do you remember how much I deposited in my personal one?
You've currently got a balance of 4,000.
Yes. Do you remember what it previously was?
Let me have another look. No, I've just recorded what the balance is now.
Yep. Cool. Wait, I might have that. That sounds about right. Okay, cool. I have some gold.
Okay, so 15 gold for what I've just done would be great, please.
Cool. So, how much will I get back?
I will give you back once we find Fasfly and done what we have to do.
How much?
How much do you want back? Because the amount of liability you've caused me in the past couple of days, I don't
20.
think you deserve anything back.
I could spot you 5. I'll hand over.
I can give you 10, but I think I'd like 15 back.
So hang on, let me just write it down. You want 15 back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Varric, what do you want back?
A 5.
You want 5 back. Okay, see, this is how we are supposed to do business, Lucy.
I'm sorry. If I'm not making money, that's not business.
Right, never mind then. Thank you.
Business among friends or something like that.
And while they're just like chatting behind me and still talking to me, I'm walking up the stairs to knock on the door.
Okay. So you knock on the door and you can hear movement inside, a bit of clattering and stuff. And then eventually you can hear doors unlocking. And the door opens a slight gap and you can just see this kind of yellow eye surrounded in golden scales. Probably about 3/4 the height of Varric, looking out at you. Doesn't say anything, just looks at you questioningly, this one eye through the crack of the door.
Is it big enough so I can stealthily, like, put my knee in it and open the door?
You could try opening the door.
Cool. I would like, you know, I kind of want to like push my knee in and then use my strength to like just open it.
Okay, could you do a strength check, please?
I could. 7.
Push against the door, and surprisingly enough, this young dragonborn manages to just hold the door still. You cannot. It does not budge.
So I will say, where is Mr. Fasfly?
You see a flash of fear come on the eye. And then tries to shove the door shut. Can you do another strength
Yeah.
check, please?
Seeing the
Big money.
commotion, I'll come upstairs and kind of like, as I'm coming up the stairs, I'll get a glimpse of the scaled eye.
Sorry.
The door starts shoving closed. And then you hear the bolt go in.
What's going on? Why are we trying to wrestle into this place?
Oh, I don't know. Just the person that we need to drop off the gem, the thing, lives here and apparently doesn't want to speak to people. So,
Don't
how
you
about
mention who sent us?
you try it? You
I
talk.
can't remember his name.
Oh, that's
Lots.
Lat sent us.
You see this. You see a little peephole, and the eye reappears at the peephole.
for God's sake, just we're here for gem. Just open up.
Lat's sent us here to either get a repair or replacement, and you could take it out of what you owed him.
You see this golden dragonborn male, about 16 years old, rather scrawny for a dragonborn, stood in front of you in tattered brown robes, staring back at you. He waves you in.
Say thanks to him in Draconic as we walk by him.
The dragonborn just kind of nods at you.
So, do you speak, or did the cat get your tongue?
Then he kind of reaches inside and could you do a history check, please?
Me.
Yes.
Good.
Oh, did Yin just ask a mute if they can speak? That'd be amazing.
That's would be hilarious. 11.
Okay. He holds up a medallion of sorts, something on the end of a chain, shows you it, and then puts it back into his clothes. It's only there for a flash. You don't recognize it.
Would I recognize it? Just out of curiosity.
Or Lucy, maybe?
You do history checks.
Right. I do not
14?
recognize it.
Would you have recognized it?
Would I?
Yes, you are familiar with that particular symbol.
Okay.
It is the symbol of a sect, a religious sect, who how shall I put it? Oh, I've got to check my notes now. It is a religious symbol of one of the gods that are known in Dragon's Foot.
Okay.
One of the gods that they worship in Dragon's Foot. He's all you know, actually.
Oh, Yin, he's religious like you.
Yeah.
He just nods at you.
Where's Mr. Fastfly? Point, if you could do that.
Points at the door.
Which, the outdoor or the door inward?
Out.
I'm assuming he's out just now.
He reaches into his pocket and starts shuffling some cards, and then kind of holds them out, asking you to pick a card effectively.
Fuck it, I'll pick a card.
Really?
Yeah, I'll pick a card.
And then kind of does a bit of a snazzy shuffle after that. Gets you to put them back in.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of shuffles, more snazzy shuffles, and then shows you 3 incorrect cards.
I didn't draw one, so I don't understand where he's getting the third card from.
I'll go. Yeah, amazing, great, a great start. One of them was right. Yeah, woo. Can you write? I kind of like show him like. Can you
in
draw?
Draconic, and you can write Draconic.
Yeah. Gets the holy symbol out again.
I don't know what that means. What does it mean? Explain. Yes, holy symbol. Me has
It's
one
an
too.
oath. It's an oath not to speak or to communicate, essentially.
Ugh. Fucking religious people.
I know, right? Can I do a perception check or just the room just to kind of try and get an idea of like where we're at?
Yeah.
Find it. All right. 17.
Okay, so around you is it's quite messy. There's a number of kind of tattered old boxes piled with stuff piled on top of each other. It looks as though somebody's seriously downsized recently. clutter is everywhere. It's not a very big flat. It's like a main room and then 2 very small side rooms that have bedrolls in them. There's knickknacks and stuff around. You can see some kind of magical kind of memorabilia type stuff or equipment here and there. You can see some tools that look like they work, jewels and things. You can see a half-cut emerald on a little table with a magnifying glass by it.
I turn back to the Dragonborn and I'm just like, can you give me an estimate of how long Mr. Egron will be? Do you know at least where he's gone?
His cards out again.
I know. Where is he going to play the cards, though? That's the problem. If we showed you a map of the town, could you point us to where he is?
Do you have a map of the town?
I don't know. Do we have a map of the town? No. Okay, never mind then.
I have paper and pen.
He can't draw.
You can't write.
But if one of us could draw.
Could you walk us to where he's gone? Okay, off you go then.
So he spends 5-10 minutes wrapping up warm, getting random pieces of equipment that you don't recognize, and little books and things like that as well. Kind of looks like spell ingredients and stuff type thing on his belt. Looks quite as though he's preparing to be out for a number of days. If anything, he isn't taking any change of clothes or anything, but he's taking a lot of equipment with him. And then he grabs a little kind of dagger, puts it in his belt, and then puts a big overcoat on, and then waves you to the door. You sneak out, you hear the door shut behind you. He locks it, and then you go down the steps. He takes you out of the market, into the Sorcerer's Circle, round the bottom of the actual Sorcerer's Circle's buildings, and then up into the Craftsman's Lodges, to the gate, into the slums. And he's kind of gesturing towards the gate. And he's kind of... He gets a coin out of his purse. And then he's like... Hooks it deep into his jacket, and then points at you, and then points at the coin.
I think he's trying to tell us to keep tight of our coin pouches and such. If you've got loose change, try and put it somewhere where they're not going to go. I'm taking after Lucy. I'll put my coin pouch down my breeches.
I'd say Amanita's back in her mushroom form in Barrick's pocket and just poking out.
Well, that's fine. I was going to ask that as well. I was just going to double check. But cool.
So, You head through the gate. And this Dragonborn takes you through a number of it's full of like wooden shacks and tents and a bit like the slums were in Darth's Edge, really. There's a smell of, fecal matter. People have just kind of gone to the toilet and threw it out the window type of thing. The floor's quite muddy under feet.
I'm going to try and stay in the middle of the street, just not close to any of the buildings, just right in the middle of the street.
Well, it's quite tightly packed anyway. And as you walking through the district, you see a young lady stood outside one of the tents, looking nervously loitering, as you can hear the sound of a fight inside the tent. You move a bit further on, you see an older woman moving from tent to tent, shack to shack, looking quite nervous, just kind of trying to stay out of people's sight. You also see a group of young men stood on a corner, kind of throwing things at anybody that's kind of walking past, or trying to get into mischief, trying to provoke people, just being twats basically. The young Dragonborn keeps walking and just ignores them. And then eventually you see this rather large burly individual who's just seems to have just finished laying into somebody. He's taking money off their person, and he starts wandering off. The Dragonborn kind of makes you wait while this is going on, and then signals you to follow the person. You go down a couple more alleys, and eventually you get to a large tent with even more of these types of thugs hanging around outside. However, there is a stream of people moving freely into the tent, and everything seems relatively good-natured. So the thugs they look burly, but they are kind of welcoming people and saying hello and what have you. What would you like to do?
It was in there where our Mr. Egron is then, kind of directing at the. Well, if it looks like we've got to find our man, he's going to be in there.
Okay.
I will turn to the young Dragonborn and ask, do you require anybody to walk you out here? Yes? Was that a yes? Okay.
I think it might be a good idea to keep our young friend here with us. It might be worth taking them to see Mr. Egron
Yes?
before heading back.
Okay.
Yep. They nod.
Cool. Shall we try and get into the tent then?
By all means, and I kind of gesture for you to take the lead.
After you've got such a friendly face.
I just take charge and start walking forward.
So you walk into tent,
Yeah, walk into the tent.
and you find. Yeah, actually, let me just check this. Just make sure I've got the right map. I have.
Oh.
You find yourself at the edge of a large tent. There's almost like a marquee, like a circus tent. There's seats round the side and quite a number of burly individuals. And inside, there are 4 tables, one of which has a card game underway.
Oh.
And I will explain what you see in a second.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Is Cleo with us?
Clear's with
Okay.
you.
Okay.
How long has he been with us? He's like a ghost coming in.
He was sat at the bar with you. He likes a good wine. So
Oh, this looks cool.
inside, you find a man matching Egron's description.
Mm-hmm.
There is so he's got long brown graying hair with blue robes, and he's playing cards with 3 other individuals. There's a small half-dwarven man. He's got balding brown hair and strangely no beard. He's a half-dwarf. And then there are 2 others. There is a half-orc and a which looks quite burly, similar to the and then I think the other one is a half elf or an elven chap that's hooded, and they're playing away. It appears that only I don't know. They're playing away. What would you like to do?
There's 2 guards in front, so like just from what I'm seeing on the thing here, there's 2 like those burly dudes who I'm assuming are like guards essentially.
Anything that's a circle is a guard. Yeah.
Right, cool.
Not you guys, obviously.
I go up to one of them, kind of just like, sorry, are we allowed to interrupt their game, or is that kind of like looked down upon? We kind of need to speak to one of the patrons.
Well, depends how much you value your life, mate. You just try. You upset Maggot. You ain't leaving. Well,
All right.
not without coughing.
So I take it Maggot runs this place then.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Old Egron over there wants to try and win his tower back. But don't think he's having much luck. So, but you still, actually, you can roll a perception check, actually.
Yep. A natural 1 with +5, so 6.
Yeah. They're just playing cards.
Good job. All proud of you.
Amazing. Just such great rolls off the bat today. Ugh.
You can go and sit and watch if you want.
Yeah, alright. How long do these games usually last then?
They've only been going a couple of hours. Could last a bit longer yet. Depends how brave old Egron is with his cash.
Okay, I turn back to it's like, are we willing to wait that long? Well, all right. We'll go get a seat then. We'll go get seats for the time being.
Okay.
Can I ask, is there a lot of shiny stuff around, like on the tables?
No, that's just what I put on there. I could find it. Well, no, actually, it's it's just a table with. It's just a table that's the graphic eye.
It's fine. I just wanted to know because if so, I was going to do something.
Shiny.
DM.
Yeah.
I sent you something.
Oh, I've got 2 things.
You've got 2 things.
So is that you? What you're saying? Is that now?
Yeah. Hang on.
And to answer Lucy's question, how long has it been? Do you mean an hour since you sit down and watch the cards?
An hour since we escaped.
Oh, let me have a look. Let me have a look at the map, and I will tell you. So 10, 20. Yeah, I would say it's getting on for an hour as you're arriving.
Cool. Then just as we arrive, poof! He would turn back into a tiefling.
The doorman's like, fucking warlocks. So,
Bad.
where are you going to sit?
Oh, Lucy wants to join in.
Mid game, let's say, just sit yourself in.
He wants to.
How do I ping? How is it?
Amanita pops herself like out of your pocket and is like, "Do you think I could win a game?"
Maybe. How's your luck?
I don't know. I mean, I've never played a game like this.
This game's invite only. You want to play? There'll be open tables later. In the meantime, I would sit and learn how not to play.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm assuming you go and sit down. You can happy for you to move yourselves to where you want to sit.
I'm going where Varric's going. I'm still staying in the pocket. Warm.
I want to go right here between these 2 old ladies. Deliberately block one of their views, actually. Just sit. They're right in front of one of them. Just.
Love that.
Lucy will sit right there in the corner.
Okay. And then Varric gets a little tap on his shoulder. Excuse me, dearie.
Oh, yes, sorry, how can I help?
Shift.
Oh, my bad. I kind of just shift more in her way. Just.
With that, Amanita's like, well, she was rude.
Wasn't she just?
I wouldn't put up with that if I was you.
I think me hitting an old lady's probably not a good idea.
What's your AC?
My AC, 16.
And beats it.
She beats it.
You get this bag hit you over the head. Just take a hit point.
Oh, man. Fine.
I said
Love
move.
It's definitely rude.
I stand up, kind of puff out my chest a bit, and I'll just be like, I wouldn't do that again, and I'll move over a bit out of the way.
Everybody is gonna secretly do something.
Oh no.
Am I getting sent messages here?
No, I'm gonna cast something for D&D Beyond. Basically, I'm gonna cast. She's got this druid power, and basically she can cast a little storm cloud above her. I'll find it one second.
So she sat there and it suddenly starts raining and she's like, she reaches into a bag, gets like a little umbrella out and
Aaron, I've got to give this old lady determination. That is some determination.
That's amazing.
Let's just hope it's not lightning as well.
don't worry, it's a wooden stick. She's like, no, bloody gone. And then there's suddenly a little rumble of thunder and she's like, oh. She turns to her friend and says, you must be getting hungry.
Oh, great.
Right, so your attention turns to the game and you can see that the elf with the hood is already out, and you've got Egron, Maggot, and the half orc still in the hand. It looks like they're playing something similar to poker. And, you know, you can already see by the piles of cash that's in the middle of the table that it's quite a high stakes game. And it gets to the half orc. He looks down at his pile of cash. He looks over at the thing in the middle. Oh, and he whacks his cards on the table. As he does so, he knocks Egron. And as Egron kind of reaches out to save himself, all these cards just spill out of his sleeve. And the half-elf next to him takes a knife out from under his belt, slams it into the table through the sleeve of Egron's other hand. So he's here with the cards pouring out, and meanwhile this knife has just pinned him to the table. The half-orc grabs hold of him, looks as though he's about to tear his head off. And then the dwarf kind of puts his hand up and says, Now, Urk. What have we said about... What have I been telling you? Use your words first. Egron. We played plenty of games before. Why do you feel the need to cheat? After all these years, you've won, you've lost. Your luck will turn eventually, you know that. Do you need to cheat? I need my towel back. Egron, I like you, I do, but you make it difficult for me to maintain the respect of my employee. See, I cannot let people think they can get off without paying their debts. I did this as a favour. You're an old customer. You know, let you try and win it back. I need payment from. If not, I'll be forced to let Urk here start taking fingers. I don't think either of us want that, do we? Egron's kind of like, no, please, no. I'll pay off my debt. Just. I want to trust you, Egron. I don't want to be breaking fingers. You know, as a sorcerer, I'm sure you need hand movements to cast your magic. And also this little sideline you've got in kind of gem repair. I'm sure that your hands come in useful for that as well. Now, how are you going to pay off the debt? I don't know. I thought I could win it back. Obviously not. What are you doing? And he kind of like Urk just kind of shifts his head slightly. So it's just on the edge of comfort, and he's like, "Argh!" And you physically see Egron wet himself. There's a little puddle on the floor. He is scared. You're a grown man, Egron. You need to be able to control your actions and pay the consequences for their actions. You play cards. If you play cards and lose, you've got to pay the debt. You were telling me about the diamonds the other day. Why don't you tell me where they are? And how we can get them? Not here. Let's get rid of the crowd. You can tell me then. And then he claps twice. And the doormen kind of come in and start trying to clear you away. What would you like to do?
So the little dragonborn's still with us, isn't he? He's kind of cutting around.
Yep.
How is he reacting to all of this just as it's been going down?
He's looks quite worried, nervous. He's eyeing the door as all this is going down.
Right.
Subconsciously seems to be kind of playing with the handle of his knife.
I stand up and I don't know what to do. Yeah, like
Varric, I think we should help him.
yeah, I think so too.
I mean, I don't know how much debt he's in, but maybe we can help.
Excuse me, I kind of like openly say this to I'm assuming the dwarf's maggot, isn't it? Excuse me, I don't mean to interject myself into this situation. I understand this is probably some personal business, but I am a patron of sorts of Egron, and I can't help but wonder how much he is due you, if we could discuss this in private as well.
Maggot looks at Egron. Egron looks at the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn nods. Egron goes, yeah, he's a very good customer, actually. Yes. And, is he indeed? Well, okay. If he thinks he can help you and help settle your debt, then I'm sure we can involve him in discussions. Is the Dragonborn and the rest of the group with him as well? The Dragonborn's my apprentice. Yes, and not sure about the others. They may be the customer's friends. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're my friends. Sorry, I don't mean to take a huge party, but we all kind of came together. I didn't mean for this to. I didn't think it'd go down like this.
Amanita kind of pokes out the pocket and goes, "We're here to help."
Keep your pet under control. Keep your pet under control.
My pet.
Now, the thing in your pocket.
Oh, right. Yes. Hush now, Amanita. We need to. It's kind of like whispering it.
So the rest of the crowd cleared out. Now then, Egron, what were you saying? Your debt is substantial. 50,000 gold pieces.
Weird.
I don't think you've got that type of money, do you, Mr. Fasfly? No, but I can get it. I promise you I can get it. And he kind of looks in Varek's direction with some sort of like help me plea.
Do the guards allow me to get closer to him?
Yeah, you kind of all stood in the group now, I would assume.
Cool. I kind of come up behind Egron, kind of like stand him off a bit and kind of just like dust off his back. Don't want to go near his like breeches or anything like that, but just dust off his back. Why did you tell this gentleman about those diamonds, perhaps?
Yes, they came to me a few weeks ago, asked me to cut them for them. I know where they keep them. They're in a tower. Is it the same group you told me about earlier? Yes. I'm listening. Yeah, they're in a tower. It's well guarded. Don't know where in the tower, but I know they're definitely there. And where is this tower? It's in the market district. Stone tower, 5 stories. There's not many there. Okay. And how do you propose we get them? Well, once again, you come with half a plan.
If I may, perhaps if we were to help here, Mr. Egron, we could... My friends and I are quite skilled. If his debt is that much, and would the tower be... Sorry, I'm kind of getting confused here. I'm a bit of an older man myself. Is the tower part of this exchange for the diamonds and such, or is that a different equation here?
This is about paying his debt.
Right,
He wants his tower back. He can get his tower back via some other means.
Right.
This is about him keeping his fingers.
Okie dokie. I understand.
I would recommend if you can retrieve the diamonds for me, given the group that have them is a bit of a rival gang of ours, they've been lending money to some of our customers at extortionate rates, which is, well, the more money they deal with them, the less money they have to gamble here. Which, by the law of mathematics, means that the less money they will be able to bet and lose, I should say. So the more money they gamble, the more money they lose, on average. Therefore, with it paying extortionate rates, that's lining my competitors' pockets, not mine. Now, I'm aware that some raw diamonds were hawked to this group by one of our customers, and Egron here was employed to cut them. I want those diamonds. You obtain them, I will clear his debt. He will have his fingers intact. And I will leave Egron to give you the details of Coinscrew's pawn shop, as it were.
All right, well, thank you very kindly, Mr. Maggot. I appreciate you giving us this chance to work things over with our friend here.
You have 2 days. Make the most of it. Urk? And Urk kind of lets go of Egron, who falls in a heap on the ground. I suggest you get moving.
Was. Sorry, I kind of scoop up Egron and we kind of just drag him away. So
They were not very nice people.
no, I hate dwarves. Like, I was assuming the right side at this point, but as we get outside, I kind of exclaim that I hate dwarves.
Yeah.
So, everyone, what do we think of that situation then, huh?
It's not the best, but I guess it's our only option.
Cleo's kind of like, yes, not my favorite type of situation, I must admit. Not really one I want to be involved in.
Of course not. I don't think anyone really wants to be involved in this situation here. Yinran, Lucy, Marcus, thoughts?
I mean, I could, seeing as there's not any fairy folk, I could turn into my fairy form and make up something like, you know, how fairies have treasure and, you know, the stories. I'm pretty sure if I tell her I've got a few crystals and stuff, that and straw and a fake map, I'm pretty sure she'll be happy with that. They are quite tricky people.
Yeah.
Egron's like, well, I wouldn't want this particular group on your back. I would suggest a stealthy approach. Maybe, I don't know. Well, cover of darkness. Maybe find some way of circumnavigating the front door. Maybe go in the back way, if there is a back way. Don't know. I can show you where it is.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to deal with this problem of yours, Mr. Egron, as much as I don't want to.
What is bugging me, though?
But
Who are you all?
well, I kind of just throw in front of Yinran. He will talk to you about why you're needed and why we are now inclined to help you out in such ways.
He looks at Yinran.
Yin's not there, is he?
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh,
good
no.
point. Yin snuck off.
I drop in front of Lucy then. Just Lucy says, "Lat sent us." Charlie's having issues with this, Mikey's saying so.
All right. Oh. What's your fool wanting this time?
From my understanding of the situation, you're good at fixing crystals, and my friends here have a crystal that needs fixed. And you're due Lat's money like you're due everyone in this town money. So,
What sort of crystal? Sort of crystal.
it's this is directly to Charlie or Yin. It's a levitation crystal, isn't it? It's a floating one.
Yeah.
It's one of those floaty crystal things. I think they're using it for some kind of boat or something.
Oh. An airship. Okay.
Lucy says one that allows our vehicle to fly.
Oh. Okay. I can help if you help me. Okay.
That's a
Sounds like
separate
we've got-
equation. I think that's a separate equation. You're due this man Lat's money, and he said that would come out of that figure. This is to try and keep these people off your back, I'm assuming.
Yes, but you don't get one without the other, do you?
I mean, I could easily enough let you get your fingers broken. I mean,
You don't get your
I'm
crystal
not inclined
then,
to help.
You don't get your crystal then, do you?
Well, that's true, but
Tell you what, I may have some other work for you. How, he looks at the Dragonborn. I'm offering you a job.
can you pay for that job? I mean, look at the situation you're in, my friend.
How about you call my, do I look like a person that, well, first of all, what do you know about me? I haven't got any money ever.
No, and you're a terrible gambler, which is made abundantly clear.
Yes. If anything, I've got negative money. So, you help me with this. I'll point the job in your direction that I know about. The escort job for my apprentice.
Lucy said earlier, we'll be heading that way after we get our crystals.
But I think we'll take the job regardless if we're heading that way anyway. Or if you guys are heading that way anyway, I would recommend taking that job.
I mean, if you think it's right, then maybe.
So,
Lucy's typing.
let's...
We can do the job, but we'll need our crystals first, he says.
In order to get our crystals, we've now got to help out with stealing these diamonds.
Indeed. Indeed.
Is Maggot the head of this organization, just out of curiosity? Maggot is the head of his own group, right?
Yep. They call them the Fly Babies.
Pretty strange name, whatever, but
Well, if you think about it, Maggot is a baby fly. The group belongs to him.
Oh, I understand.
I think I know what's wrong with... Oh, sorry. He's not.
Thinks he knows what's wrong with his mic.
Just in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Now, would it be just throwing this idea out to our friends of this group, excluding you, Mr. Egron, and Mr. Dragonborn, who I have no idea what your name is? What if we just killed Meg? I'm assuming we're outside in our own group, and nobody's kind of paying attention to us. So I'm gonna, before I say this, look around to check, and then just say that. What if we just killed Maggot and his compatriots? It might be an easier way than stealing diamonds.
Lucia said it might have crossed my mind.
I mean, it would be a bit messy, but
Could you all
it
do
is
a
an idea.
Could you all do a perception check, please?
I can indeed.
Can someone roll me with like... I haven't got my rollers. D&D Beyond has kicked me out.
Oh dear.
I can try.
You got a-
I'll roll a dice for you, and Jess. What's your pluses?
That's the thing I don't know. D&D Beyond has completely kicked
so,
everything out.
so if we go to the character sheet, characters thing, is there one in there? Or is it just one you sent? No, I think you just sent it to me, so it might be mine to roll.
If not, just someone roll with advantage. I'll just be helper.
Oh, here we go. No, that's backstory. Oh no, that's it. Oh, broken link.
I'll roll with I'll just roll 2d20, and I'll just pick the highest out of the twos.
This place with the diamonds might have some other interesting things and finds.
Possibly.
11 was the highest I rolled for those 2d20.
Right, okay. What did everybody else roll?
I
So-
rolled a 20.
Okay. So Varric and Marcus, using your kind of battle experience and war whereabouts, you find, or you notice that Maggot, from what you can see inside and out of the tent and the surrounding area, has about 40 henchmen.
I mean, perhaps an assassination of sorts rather than a full frontal assault, but I suppose it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? You know, we steal diamonds from one place or kill a dude in another. We've both got to do it stealthily, I suppose. And I agree, Lucy. Perhaps this place might have some other interesting things that we could... Well, yeah.
And, Cleo will pop up and say, I would wonder what would happen to Egron's debt should Maggot get squished.
I would assume it'd be cleared, my friend.
These things do not quite work that way in my experience. Inheritance will likely be the course of action. I don't think by cutting the head off the worm stops wriggling.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like Lucy said, worth going thieving, I think.
If we pretend to kill him, and then make it out he's dead, and then he doesn't have a debt to pay.
But then, well, Yeah, I think we need a bit of a break before we head out as well, Lucy. I'm feeling pretty sleepy and the day's getting on. We could fake his death. What do you think, Egron?
I quite like living here. If I don't want to move. If you killed me off, I'd have to move away. I can't afford that, for starters. And then I don't want to do that.
Isn't there a spell that you can use to try to make yourself look completely different?
I'm sure I could think of something, but I'd have to have it cast all the time. Unless I did myself some permanent damage like your friend here, and he looks at Varric's eye. But I don't want to be scarred. I don't want to be maimed. No offense, sir.
Yep.
But
anyway,
that's cool.
Yeah, scars are cool. Thank you. Well, anyway, we better go back to your place, Mr. Egron, and we can discuss things further there, I imagine.
Okay. So, time-wise, I would say it's late afternoon by the time you get back to Egron's. He kind of shows you in and clears a number of crates so you can sit up and kind of things them off. He's only got a couple of chairs, so he has to move crates around for you guys to sit on. So there's like crates that are generally full of like clothes and stuff that you could sit on, and it's not the most comfortable seat in the world. Hasn't got a backrest, but it's it's not that bad.
That's alright, because Amanita will just sleep in Barrick's pocket. She's comfortable.
On the way back to the market square, he points out in the distance this tower. It's about 5 stories tall. You can see during the day, as it's starting to get dark, kind of towards the late afternoon, because you're getting into winter, you can see there's windows lit up all the way up, and then even in the roof there's like a skylight type thing that's open. it's just like, it's a bit like a lighthouse type of shape, if you know what I mean. Grey stone. Takes you back to his house, offers you a cup of tea, to his flat, offers you a cup of tea. What do you want to do?
Wait a minute. Where's Yinran, by the way? Has anyone seen him? I've not seen him since we went into the tent.
So where is Yinran?
Yinran's gone back to the market square, and then he's wandered off back to his temple, or the temple of his goddess.
Is it working? Well, hey!
Hey! Welcome back!
Welcome back.
Woohoo!
Sound.
Woohoo! So that's where he currently is. He's at his temple.
So, what would you like to do at the temple?
So, for the time being, I'll just wander and look around if brother is around. If he's not around, I will...
He's still polishing the breathwork.
He's still polishing. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
He's about 5 foot away from where you were last time.
Oh,
Still
great.
polishing the road.
Does he notice me?
When he hears the door shut, he kind of looks up,
Mhm.
going, "Hello, my child.
Brother.
How can I help you today?"
I just need a moment to myself, and then after I'll see if I'm in the mood for a cup.
Very well. Please feel free to light some candles.
Oh, I shall.
Just snuff them out before you go.
Yeah, we didn't want the temple burning down now, would we?
No, not again.
Oh. I didn't mean... My apologies.
Well, it's... Sometimes the goddess of light's fire can get a little bit out of control. But
Just
reminds us that our god is vengeful as well as lights our way. We look too hard into her light. Sometimes we can get burnt and read too much into it. Reading too much into it.
This is true. Do you believe in vengeance, brother?
Vengeance? I don't believe vengeance is a thing to believe in. It's a fact of the world. It happens. It's more whether or not the person themselves is vengeful.
And I'll just nod and then sit down quietly.
Okay. Time moves on. You're a good hour or so ahead of the others. You've sat there for an hour. What are you doing?
I will wander back to where we are staying. Was that the casting? That's it.
That's in the arcane abodes.
Yeah.
So, shall we? You don't find anybody there, other than human. It's quite a quiet night by the look of it. The Amandram Society aren't practicing tonight. I think they're having a night off.
Yeah.
So, everybody else, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm guessing, are we wanting to go straight to this tower or and find Jinran?
I think we should gather everybody up first before we make any moves. I'm just trying to get a layout of the tower. Egron, what's this place look like?
Well, I've only ever been in the pawn shop.
What shop, sorry?
It's a pawn shop.
Oh, okay, sorry, I misheard.
Where you go pawn items. It's generally got quite a lot of security outside it. It's quite a popular venue, really. I would say, how should I phrase this? I mean, the actual public place is quite small. In reality, it's just a desk and a few knickknacks here and there. A chest, a counter. Not much, really. I think it's in the back where they keep all the things. So it depends on what you want to do, really.
And you're positive they still have them?
Yes. I only delivered them the other day, and I think the gentleman that delivered them is quite chatty. He was saying they had a customer ready to buy them, but he was going to come, wasn't coming into town for another few days, so but of course they were demanding them back from me as soon as possible because they didn't really think this place was secure, and they didn't want people getting word of cut diamonds in my flat. Had I been in my tower, then but I was forced to move. So.
Yep. Well, what's everyone else thinking about this plan then?
Well, do we know numbers? How many might be in there?
Diamonds?
No, people.
Oof. Oh, there's, I think, at least 6 guards, if not more.
That's how we go.
Hang around. I mean, 4 patrol the outside. I've seen a couple inside when I've been visiting inside. I suspect there may be 1 or 2 more throughout the building, but I've only ever seen 6.
Yeah, I say we go for it.
Yeah,
There was one other person that did mention needing gems. So it's very possible that's where they were going. But if we get them beforehand, might be handy.
Yeah, I think so.
How do you mean?
Oh, there was this woman who was looking. I think she was needing something repaired. So they might possibly have been going to her. Whoever going to do the repairing.
Wasn't a dagger, was it?
It may have been, yeah.
Wasn't the lady downstairs, was it?
May have been, yeah.
It was missing an emerald. I'm still working on it over there.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't got the dagger, though. She's going to bring it to me to fit once the emerald's ready.
Good to know.
How much is that emerald worth? Just out of absolute curiosity.
Not a huge amount. It's only a small one. and it's not properly cut yet. But the dagger itself was believed to have some sort of history about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it would need a proper identification spell undertook on it to properly identify it. I didn't sense any magic around the dagger, but the story is sometimes worth a more than a spell or two to the right people.
Anyway, so I think we should go for it. See what happens.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we should try and find Jinran at least, though. Get them clued in.
Where would he go? 2 seconds. I don't know, he always disappears and stuff.
Anywhere
No idea.
within the last few days that you might recall yourselves going?
I don't know. Anita and I did follow him somewhere, but I don't remember what it was. Amanita, do you remember?
It was the church.
Oh yeah.
Remember? He looked in pain, but he was actually praying.
Yeah, forgot.
Although it's useless.
Maybe he's gone there, yeah.
Right, well, we better go collect them then, because it's getting on and we need to get this done soon, I think.
I agree.
So you
I'm
heading?
getting a bit tired.
So you're heading to the temple?
Guess so, yep.
There.
Let's go.
Okay. So you head north up through the temple. Open the door. Walk in. The guy's still polishing his brass. It's kind of moved on another 6 inches from where Yin seen him. Can I help you, my child?
We're
looking-
looking for a friend.
Your friend?
Yeah, the bald one.
Oh. The bald one. Oh, yes. He was here. He was here. I think he went... I think he said he was getting tired. So he was going to retire for the evening. Perhaps you'll find him where he's staying.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. And turn around immediately and leave.
Yep.
Looks like we go back to get some drinks.
Ooh, somebody's going to get a rude awakening.
I can't... Back to where we started, or not where we started, sorry. Where we started the day, they've gone to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's only early evening. It's about 7. It is dark. By the time you get to the cast in, what's Yin doing at the moment?
So, up in his room, just peacefully meditating.
Okay.
He's proper, like, meditating, so, not really taking in the world around him.
So that room we established last week was shared by Varric and Amanita. So...
Ooman, you seen our friend Yinran around?
Yes. He came back earlier. He looked shattered. He's gone up to his room.
Thank you very kindly. Can I also have the largest bottle of your finest whiskey? Just the whole bottle.
Okay, that'll be for the finest one. You say gold pieces, please.
How many, sorry?
3.
3? No worries. I hand that over immediately. If I can get some gold.
Cool.
Immediately.
And
Varric,
you,
would you say that's better than your whiskey?
No, but it's good to have variety sometimes, I think.
That's fair.
he gives you a bottle of paint thinners whiskey. It's different to paint stripper, which is what we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
This is their rival brand paint thinner.
Paint thinners.
Oh, I love it. Oh, freaking love it.
How does it smell? Just out of curiosity, as I take the top off.
Like the name would suggest.
Nice. Nice.
Right, well, better go check the room, I suppose, then. Head up to the room, knock, and then immediately enter.
You see Yinran sat there, like kind of like that,
In mid-meditation.
mid-meditation, cross-legged. And, how do you react to the door being opened?
Not with it. Don't realize. He does look more. Let's say older than usual, but more worn than usual.
Yinran, you kind of need to let us know if you're going to disappear. I mean, I'm just kind of wandering around the room, kind of just taking my stuff off, putting it beside my bunk and stuff. You know, it's kind of rude to just disappear like that sometimes. I can't help but notice that you kind of just, you know, kind of just pacing around the room and stuff.
No response.
No response. I come up to you and I poke you, just very lightly, not in like a hard way at all, just a slight poke in the shoulder.
Kind of like. Yes.
Hello?
No. You're back.
Yeah. Where did you go?
I had people to see.
Alright, cool. You want some whiskey?
No, thank you.
Alright.
Can I try a bit?
No.
By all means.
No.
Yes, no, she can have some. It's fine. We know she's not a child anymore, so it's fine.
With that, she transforms into a fairy, like her fairy self clapping her hands.
See? Not a child. Clearly not a child. Take out a cup and pour a full tankard of whiskey before having the rest of my bottle myself.
She starts taking sips out of it, and
Yeah. So before it even touches your lips, you get a burning sensation in the back of your nose from the fumes.
you're going back.
You sip it and are met by, well, it's certainly flavoursome. Not sure you'll be able to taste anything else for the next week, but it's certainly flavoursome. And quite hot. You've got the burn from the tip of your tongue down to your stomach.
Quite very. I don't know if I like it or not. It's nice. I mean, it'll definitely keep the cold away.
Exactly. You'll get used to that burning sensation, I'm sure.
As she's like taking more gulps, it's like her wings are starting to like open a little bit, but she's still not letting them flutter too much like outwards. So you could just about see them a little bit, but you can't see her wings properly.
Sorry.
Go on. How much have you drank so far? Just a taste.
I'd say about 2 mouthfuls.
Full. Okay. Go on. Sorry, Cameron, I interrupted you.
That's fine. That's no worries. So, how long? I don't know. How long have you been hiding in that little mushroom form for? We didn't really get too much into it earlier.
I mean, ever since I left, and basically got away from them horrible ice monsters. I mean, my village used to normally just transform into them here and there, but around the village we didn't need to really, unless Sank was coming.
Right.
I mean, we used to fly around our village a lot, so we didn't really, and there was not really anything to harm us.
Yeah. Apart from those ice monsters, of course. They must have. Did you know they were coming at all? Just out of curiosity?
No, it was all a surprise. Very
Wow. No, I'm sorry to hear that, and I kind of like look in the hallways. Lucy kind of standing around somewhere as he goes into his room.
Yeah. Where is Lucy?
Lucy's just chilling out. just waiting.
Downstairs?
No, he came upstairs.
Oh, cool. I was concerned that Lucy was just kind of like I went into the room, closed the door behind me, and Lucy was just standing at the door. But no, it's fine. Cool, it's fine.
He was contemplating at first when Yinran didn't make any noise at first to bring out the razor. Then Yinran woke up, so razor went back in the pocket.
Just got quickly just into the coat. Yeah. Lucy, do you want to try some of this whiskey? It's pretty good.
No, not tonight.
Wow, that's a first.
I think, yeah. What we're about to do, I think probably for once I should be sober.
Well, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that, actually.
And
One big gulp.
And what are we about to do?
We're gonna steal some stuff.
Yeah, that sounds
Sounds
about normal
fun.
for you, so why do you want to be sober?
Well, there's lots of people.
He said 6. That's not too many.
He said at least 6.
I'm expecting 6. It's fine.
And again, how does that change from your normal antics?
Well, there's possibility of extra things.
Oh.
Why do you look so rough?
What do you mean?
You look rough.
You look old.
I am old.
Wow. Nah.
More so than usual.
Don't know. Sure you're not just seeing things?
Yeah, I'm sober.
Mm.
That would
I
be
know.
great to your god for it to be older. That's weird.
You know, with age comes wisdom, they say. And I would know.
Is it really wise to wish for it to be older? That doesn't seem wise.
Just simply edging over night does not give you wisdom. What gives you wisdom is the experience of the ages.
Thank you, Leo.
Ah, he's still here? What the?
He's always there.
You're so quiet, man. You need to talk more.
Emma
You
needs
learn a
to
lot
take
from
another
it,
mouthful.
Sorry. You learn a lot from observing. You took another mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you roll a constitution check with advantage?
No.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Constitution save, sorry, with advantage.
Mushroom spew everywhere.
Oh.
Free mushroom stew, am I right?
Let's see if I can try and get this to work.
Because, of course, the group haven't had anything to eat yet, have they?
No.
No.
It's breakfast.
Oh yeah, we had that good breakfast because the night prior was a heavy drinking night.
Yeah.
Nope. Still can't get my rollers up.
Oh. Right, where was I? I was struggling to find the
It just keeps saying the link's completely broken.
Yeah, I keep getting that as well. When I use the link in the chat.
It's weird.
Yeah, I think the problem is my fiance hasn't. I think his subscription just literally ended today, so I think he's got to sort it out when he gets back.
Oh dear.
It's like,
We can
Yeah.
roll d20s
And
at
it-
least.
Yeah.
And it's not one of the magical 6.
So, how many d20s? Just the one.
Oof.
Maybe 2.
Two.
Use my
There you
rolls.
go.
Ha 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 ha.
Is that 1 and a 5?
5 and a 1. Oh
Oh,
dear.
Oh,
No.
wow, that's worse than Lucy.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
you take the 3rd drink, and the world around you starts to spin. Your wings seem to just flop a little bit as well.
Oh no.
And then as you try and kind of, you start to lose your balance and you flap. And then you just kind of seem to just propel you in a particular direction.
If anyone's looking at her wings, because of the way she's now obviously pissed. Because her wings are now coming out a little bit. If anyone was looking, you might notice a few like torn, like as if they were quite not well looked after and pretty rugged. She'll start hiccuping as well.
So you, at the moment, you're kind of losing balance. You
This is
don't feel
fun.
you don't feel bad as such, but you've definitely disoriented.
Perhaps you might need to use my staff as a walking stick for just now, Amanita. I think that'd probably be best. I kind of like pass it over and. Well, I think that's enough for Amanita here.
Quite taller than her.
Huge, massive staff.
Yeah.
I think she tries to grab hold of it, and if are you letting go?
Yeah. Just-
She'll then fall forward with it.
Oh, no!
So it's probably quite heavy for her. Like,
And it's just like, and you land on top of the stick.
I think this stuff might be a little too strong for our little friend here.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
Maybe a short rest to sober her up.
I think a short rest, yeah.
But I like it. It's very tasty.
Of course, but I think we should keep the rest for celebrations for after we get this job done.
Thanks.
There's a thing we can do to keep the taste but lose a bit of the alcohol. And it involves heat. You like heat.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just posted as well. Like that staff like is almost the same height as me, so it is a big staff.
I
Fair.
think my one has got a staff, but I can't remember if I took a staff or something else. I haven't got my character sheet, so I can't look it up. Either way, she just like gets to her feet and just keeps hiccuping and just tries to find her balance.
Yeah, let's rest up for about an hour or so, I think, just to let everyone come to their senses.
Could I ask Cleo something? So he's also a wood elf, isn't he? Just to make sure. Wait.
Cleo is wood elf, yes.
Cleo. question.
Yes.
Where's the others, by the way? Have they now wandered off, or are they still like staring at me having this conversation with Cleo?
I'm watching this conversation go down. Like, I'm lying in bed at this point, just kind of chilling, making sure Amanita is not doing anything.
Shall we wander off for a second?
Lucy's chilling out in his room.
The wall seems to have ears, you know, and I like directly look at her.
It's a shared space. You can't get mad at me for being in here.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll leave. Just look after Amanita if you're going to be in here, and I'll go through to Lucy's room.
Have you, by any chance, had weird dreams of another life or another future?
Who are you talking to?
Cleo. When
Not that I've been aware of.
No, not when you're trancing.
I tend to be more focused on the world as a whole rather than myself when I am at meditation.
Okay. Anyway,
Do you have
minute.
you seem concerned?
I'm alright.
Well, I'm not going to say this to you directly, but if a person has a problem, that person is often better when that problem is shared. I know I have said that directly to you before, but you've not appreciated the comment. But I would say you have plenty of friends here that you can talk to should you need it.
Noted. And I'll take my short rest. We're not doing a long one, we're doing a short one.
The short one, yeah.
Yeah, before we gather off to the tower.
Wayne, I said, never mind.
Hey?
When I sent you, never mind. Because Wayne's just responded.
Lucy, you can fly, can't you? So I'm thinking maybe, because I can fly too, if we can fly up and go into the top level of the tower.
Yeah,
Official one?
we could carry someone each.
Yeah, we could do. Or we could have two teams. So someone goes on the ground and someone goes in through the top.
Someone could also go in the pants.
That is
If
true.
it's a short trip.
Marcus kind of looks at you, horrified. That is not an experience I want to repeat.
That's fair, yeah. One person can go in the pants for a minute. Wouldn't be too bad. Then I could also carry somebody. And if you've got Amanita in your pocket, then maybe you could carry Cleo if you can fly.
Yeah, I could give it a shot.
I will not be joining you on this
That makes
venture.
things much easier then.
Just out of curiosity, Lucy, did you guys hire this man? Or is he just part of the group for some reason?
He's kind of following us from another thing.
He's not following us. He's here for our guide.
But did you pay him?
Oh no.
He's not
Somebody
our
else did, I
responsibility to pay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fine then. As long as it's not coming out of your pocket, I could just stare at him.
There's nothing wrong with Cleo.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him. It's just in our time of need, we might need him.
No.
Good job because it is the right thing to do for the world, not for self profit.
This isn't solely for self-profit.
No,
That's an amendment. That's like just an extra.
I think if Cleo wants to stay, let Cleo stay.
Yeah, fine.
What
We
about
might need him later.
I'm talking more about my role as your guide.
Yeah, well, that too.
I'm not being paid for my services. It is a calling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. So anyway, we can Amanita will go in Barak's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Then Yin and Mark, we could just grab one each and nobody needs to go in the pants.
I'll just walk.
Can you walk up walls? Just out of curiosity, if your monk abilities let you do that. But
Could try.
Speaking of callings, I will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
So keep your plan going.
Nice. Then Yin, you could try. Sorry, go ahead.
I've done it before. I can do it again.
What were you saying, Amanita?
I can try too.
if you're comfortable doing that, that might help out a bit. I just don't want to force you to fly if you're trying to hide yourself anyway.
I mean, I'm a fast flyer. Don't have to really look at me to find out. I could always poof myself into a mushroom to land.
That's true. Yep. And that way you could scout it out a bit beforehand as well, actually. That might be an idea.
Just getting the vision of Yinran trying to climb up a wall and then being stuck down there while we're all upstairs.
Halfway up is what I see. Halfway up, does like a backflip off, lands on their feet, and then that's it.
But yeah. Okay. So I just saw Amanita's wings.
Yeah, I've had to cut out the outline because there's a picture, there's a bit of artwork that goes in there that you won't see till later.
Okay.
Secrets.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably use this time to tell Varric about the dagger that we saw. There is a few items that we have to find as a quest for another continent.
A whole other continent, not just...
Yeah. Yeah. Things happened. We've travelled a bit. They want us to find some items, one of which belongs to, if I can find it, the Kingdom of Drefania, I think.
Drefania,
yeah. Well, there was some, I can't remember which, if I've got the right kingdom anyway. But the dagger belongs to, or used to belong to the kingdom that has this item.
I
So
think was it the head, the former leader of the? It was owned by. Was it the leader of Scandi? And
Maybe not.
it was won by the leader of Drefania in a duel or something.
Yeah, so it's Scandi. So it's the dagger used to belong to Scandi. I think they have one of those items, if I remember rightly. I can't remember.
And this stuff's just going to a personal collector then?
No.
Well, technically, we're giving it to a person.
Not all
And whoever
collector
they
is the
given
go,
it.
Lucy. Is it?
Well,
If we want our friend over here, Varric, to be able to travel with us and trust us, I think much like Cleo suggested, we play open cards, right?
Our government's paying us to find these things. Per item, we get, I think, like 10,000 gold.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
And right, and what does the government want to do with these things? Are they
Not a clue.
Right.
Yeah. But we don't have to give them back if they're useful to us. It's just they will pay us for each one we give to them.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, so the dagger that man was talking about, Egron was talking about for cutting the emerald for, was one of the things that you need to give to your government.
Not quite. It's
No.
one of the things that used to be owned by... It's weird. Yeah, one of the items we want, I think, is in the possession of a country that used to own this dagger. Then it was kind of taken from them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if we get the dagger back, it might be used as trade.
And also worth a note that, there was a mention of a sorcerer's circle. I can't help but notice that we've passed through said sorcerer's circle district a couple of times, and
Yep.
we kind of need it in up there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay, so... Anyway, shall we go off to, this tower, then?
Yeah, I suppose it's time to do some thieving.
Sounds good.
I will leave you to your adventure.
Oh, okay.
Try
Oh,
not
we-
to wake me when you get back.
Wish I could do the same, Cleo. Wish I can do the same.
Leo, I'm going to leave my bag here. Can you please keep an eye on it? I don't want it to... Well, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Thanks.
Okay. We're off to rob a pawn shop.
Yin will just, slowly walk out without Yin just, shake his head. He doesn't... I don't really want to help, but he mumbles under his breath in Elvish.
So you walk down the... You make your way back to the market district. Probably about 11 o'clock at night by this point, by the time you've rested and had something to eat and what have you. And you come to this tower. It's got a simple kind of wooden door. It's got the odd windows, but at the bottom there's a wooden door and a wooden sign with gold lettering above it saying, in big writing that you can read from some distance, Coin Screws Pawn Shop. And outside you can see a number of burly figures just kind of patrolling. They're carrying a metal torch with the thieves' torches you get. They've got you kind of carry it and you can target where the light goes and how strong it is and what have you. You can see there's only lights on downstairs that you can see out of a number of windows. Towards the top, you can see windows on each floor, and then at the top there seems to be a skylight, which is currently closed, but it's in the roof. What would you like to do?
You thinking, Varric?
Well, if it's dark up at the top, I think it might be better to go into the top and to sneak our way down the rest of the building. And if it comes to it, maybe fight our way out of it. But, I don't know. In and out quickly and quietly without trying to cause commotion sounds like a better plan than guns blazing.
Okay, so I guess we're going to go from the top.
So, there's obviously people patrolling the downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to go about it?
Well, I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
Wait, before you do that, let's sneak around to the back of the building and get out of sight before we fly up to the top of the building. I think that might be a safer bit.
It's not a massive building. It's probably what? Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, it's probably about 70 feet in. Is that right? Yeah, it's probably about 70 feet in diameter. So, it's sizable, but not massive. Bigger than your average house, though. You can see every so often. You can see that. In fact, raw perception.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Can we see where the torches are being pointed?
Hopefully, don't need to. I keep losing my spot.
Lucy doesn't, but Marcus sees something.
Okay.
I've
Just
got
for the fun
18.
of it. Hang on.
So Marcus.
No.
So Marcus and Marcus and Varric can see. Did you know you had whisper rolls on?
Oh shit, no.
Marcus and Varric can see. That the 4 guards outside, 2 are patrolling clockwise and 2 are patrolling anti-clockwise around the building. And in general, at any given point in time, it's probably only 30 seconds or so that any point at the building is unseen by any one guard.
And the guards see each other.
Depends on where they are on the patrols, but yeah, generally.
30 seconds is enough to fly to the top.
Are there any buildings so obviously there's just this tower there, and I imagine there's like some space so you can go away like around the tower. But is there like buildings around where we can like hide around the corner and fly and then like go up and over without having to like really pass their field of vision? Or is it like too open for that?
It's fairly open, but I mean it's dark, so you could potentially go up behind another building and across. There's nothing to stop you doing that.
I think that might be a safer bet, unless you guys just want to go straight for it. But you muted yourself, Charlie.
Oh. Can we see if there are any guards or lookouts on the buildings around?
Do a perception check. Not that you can see.
Yep. Looks safe enough.
Could I stealth and then step off the wind onto the top of the building?
You're going to try and leg it up the building, are you?
Yeah.
Straight at the wall, right up it.
Do some
that's it.
crazy monk shit and see if I can get on the wall.
Okay. Could you first of all do a stealth check followed by an
Yep,
athletics
sure.
check?
Big money. 22.
Okay.
Right.
And your athletics check?
Athletics, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So normally I would give you advantage on it because it's so tall.
Oh
So
God.
Yin,
Ah!
at a point in time when the guards aren't there, Yin just legs it out before anybody can say anything and tries to leg it up the house, up the side of the house, up the side of the tower, and then just ends up kind of running up and then falling, bang, slap on his backside. At the thud,
Oh no. Oh no!
there doesn't seem to be any quicker movement towards you. As you are starting to stand up, you see a lamp start to come round the corner.
Instinctively, I'll act drunk.
Okay,
Okay, for distraction.
comes round and goes. What do you think you're doing?
I was just like totally acting drunk. Hopefully that they will pick it up that this is a distraction and they'll go.
Hello?
Kind of watch and just like, Amanita, are you ready? Can you fly, or do you need me to carry you?
No, throw me. Do it.
Right. Let's go. And I cast fly.
You're gonna lob my one into the air.
Yes. Yeah. So mushroom form, I can throw you in the air, and
Then I'll try like spin, transform into a fairy, and spread the wings out and see how graceful she can do it.
Lucy will just cast fly and pick up Marcus. Just straight for the top.
So, there's a couple of things there. Could Amanita do an acrobatics check, please?
Okay, what would an acrobatics be? What roll?
That would be a dexterity,
Okay.
and I'm assuming you're not proficient in it.
I don't think I am, no.
Is this a bad time to
feel-
mention I could have got us all in invisibly?
Yeah. Thanks. Got it.
That's alright.
Blame the intelligence rolls, don't blame me.
who's the character? It's okay.
D20.
20, yeah, that's fine.
D20, yeah. There you go. 6.
Oh no.
I would roll better, but... oh,
So as
just so
Yin
my
is being
feelings
helped
didn't
up,
pick up the odds.
as Yin is being helped up by this particular guard, acting
no.
drunk, some rock falls from the top of the roof where Amanita lands and falls by him.
No.
In fact, these particular characters I have already set up, so I don't know why I'm doing that. I can just do a roll in here, can't I? So I need to do perception, which is wisdom, is it?
Is he looking up?
No, I'm just checking if he's.
Okay.
So. Nah, he's too distracted by Yin Ran to notice.
Okay.
He
Cool,
rolled a
cool.
9. Which is good,
Success.
'cause my manual one was a 17. Anyway.
Oh!
But anyway, we'll use the one that's set up on the thing.
Once I see Amanita up on the roof, I'll cast fly myself, and I'll make my way up as well.
Okay. So could Marcus also do a acrobatics
Oh no.
check?
That was
Oh no.
7 for Marcus.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
So as Marcus lands, there is a thump, and a whole tile falls off the roof and lands at the feet. God. I think there's something going on.
I swoop down, so I imagine I'm making my way over this point. And as he says that, I cast Hold Person on him.
Okay. Is there a save on that?
Yeah, so Wisdom. He's got to beat 14.
Bum, 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 bum. He's got a natural 1.
Yes! Success!
How long does that last?
That is... choose a humanoid target that you can see within range. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. And the duration is up to 1 minute. So it's concentration up to 1 minute. So I'll swoop down to Yinran. It's like, we need to tie him up and hide him somewhere.
Is this the same guard that is in front of me, or is this another guard?
It's the same
Okay,
guard.
okay.
Footsteps coming towards you, and you can start to see other torches.
I just pick up Yinran and I just go up. That's it.
Oh, man.
I guess would I have seen this happening?
Yeah, I would guess so.
Okay, then Lucy will fly down, grab the guy, and bring him back up with us.
So you've literally tied him up and dumped him on the roof. Or you just
Currently,
dumped him on the roof, paralysed.
Yeah, this is not what we're going with, yeah.
Gagged him as well. Just to be aware, so he can't shout. We've gagged him. Just
What's the things with? Is he just held for the full minute?
He's held for a minute. So you're gagging him. And could you do a... Who's doing the tying?
I just picked him up. I guess I'd help. But,
I guess I'll take the charge and tie him up just quickly, just trying to...
Could you do a dexterity check with advantage, please?
No worries. Abilities... Just a straight dexterity check.
Yeah, please.
First roll's not good. Second roll is much better though, because of the advantage. So I got 20.
Okay. Okay. So you managed to tie him up quite securely. You there's a bit of drain pipe from, there's like a weird piece of roof that has some sort of it's like a vent, and it's got a little roof of itself, drain pipe on it, leading down onto the rest of the roof, so it can just drain away without it kind of pouring down the wall. And you securely tie him to that, as well as so you tie his hands behind his back, you tie him to this little drain pipe, and then you also tie him up and gag him.
And then I'll kindly knock him out. If I can.
Okay. And then Charlie's just asked me to do something.
Oh no.
I'll be looking through his pockets and stuff. Yeah.
14.
Oh shit.
Ew.
Take 2d10 poison damage, please.
What, you're poisoning the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, you roll the damage then.
Poor guy.
I know, all of a sudden he's just helping this drunk guy up, and then all of a sudden he gets frozen in place. Some guy lands beside him.
Yep.
That person he's then helping up gets lifted up into the air, then he gets lifted up in the air and then tied up.
And then knocked out and poisoned.
And then knocked out and killed, potentially.
Okay, so what's his damage?
Oh, sorry. I'll do it.
Your damage, you roll it.
16.
Okay. He's still alive. Still alive. Doesn't look too great though.
I'm looking through his stuff as I'm doing this. Has he got anything on him?
He's got an axe in his. He's got a great axe in his in like a holster on his back.
Okay.
He's got like 10 gold, but nothing more than that.
And that torch?
Yeah, I think it's a hooded torch. It's called.
Put that out. We don't want anyone to know where
Or
we're
is it
here.
a bullseye torch, something like that. It's called.
I think a hooded torch is free.
Hooded lantern.
Hooded lantern, yeah.
But,
I'll take those 3 things then.
okay.
And then I'll look at him, and he's gonna wake up at some point.
I mean,
Well,
I think he's going to be asleep for a while.
He's tied up. He can't do anything. So I think he's fine up here.
Yeah.
I mean, how's he gonna get down if we lock the window behind us? Like, there's no way he's gonna get down, and it's fine. I think we're all right.
We could always throw him off.
No, we're not kidding. No.
Take the ropes off him and push him off. That is true.
No.
By this point, he's conscious again. He's going. Sorry?
Just
Stab!
Stop killing.
Making noises!
Stop killing people! Jesus Christ! You guys are more of a liability than everything.
Roll to attack. I'll give you advantage on the attack.
Okay, great. Because that was terrible. That's not much better.
Yeah, you missed both times. You're like blindly stabbing in the dark, and he's going.
Just leave him alone. He's not gonna go anywhere. He's not gonna say anything. Just let's get in and out.
He's making noise!
I'll just punch him again.
You're gonna punch the guy, or you punch him
Yeah,
loosely.
I'm just like knocking him out again.
Roll to attack.
Oh, God.
is that with advantage because he's still restrained?
23.
Does it hit anyway?
Cool, okay.
What's your damage?
Do you want my okay. I'm just wanting to knock him out. I don't. 9.
He's still conscious. He looks a bit pissed.
This is so annoying. I don't know what spells I've got.
Stabbing and punching him. Just let me deal with this. And I go up to him, touch him on the chest, and I just cast Shocking Hands. Just to try and finish him off.
Don't try. Oh,
Okay.
don't kill him. No.
Oh, Shocking Grasp. Sorry, not Shocking Hands. Shocking Grasp.
So Lucy's missed again.
Yeah, oh, of course.
Oh, how
Seeing
are you
this-
guys missing a sitting person?
Seeing this, Lucy's like, oh yeah!
Oh, there we go. Fucking there we go.
That's a hit. So he's like. Starts making even more than that noise as you're giving him a shocking grasp. So far, how? Oh god, how much? So we've had 9, 16, and 14. So that's 39. He's still in there.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
cut the ropes.
Can
We're
we
pushing him off
just
the building.
leave?
We cut the ropes. We're
No,
cutting.
no, no, do not let
Come
no.
on. There we go, 15!
Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ,
a hit.
stop. Kill the guy.
6!
He's still alive.
Oh god damn it, right, okay. Big guns time.
I'll just turn around and like start working on the skylight, see if I could get in.
So the skylight's unlocked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Like,
Cool.
unlocked me in with you. Great.
I'll open it, and without them noticing, I'll just go in, but silently. I don't want to have part of torturing this poor guy.
Okay.
feel so bad for him.
I'm
Get
gonna
tased, get stabbed. You know,
Yeah, I'm
just-
gonna have to go for the double dagger. I'm just gonna have to.
Dagger. They're both hits.
Awesome. 1. 10 damage.
No, it's still alive.
Oh my god! Stop killing it!
Have they thrown him off the building yet?
No.
Oh, but I don't want the guards to see him.
It looks like a fallen axe. It looks like a fallen axe. If we push him off, it looks like he's fallen to his death rather than thing. He was just patrolling and he just fell to his death.
13 to hit.
One of them's
Oh my god.
7.
Oh dear.
Don't tell me
Sure.
he's still alive.
Still alive.
Oh my god.
Oh
Throw him off. I am doing it. I'm cutting the rope.
Okay, last thing. We don't want him to be found.
Okay.
Final.
Yeah, now he's dead.
Okay, cool. It's literally just been Lucy stabbing him repeatedly for a while and missing most of the time, and then occasionally
In the
just
gut,
knocking him.
you know, just a couple times in the gut, but it's not really doing much.
To be fair, if Unit just said I'm going to hit him until I've knocked him out, I would have let you just knock him out. But because you were trying to kill him, I was just like, well, you could do something stupid and alert the guards below. So
I was like,
let's see how it goes. So, you all drop through the
Stealthily.
We'll make sure the guy's in a place where he won't just fall off the roof, though, before we go in.
Yeah. Just tie it. 'Cause he's already tied to the thing anyway, so it's fine. He's not going anywhere.
So in there somewhere, Yin did a stealth check.
17.
Could everybody else, please?
Do you want to roll for Amanita just now as well, Wayne?
Yeah, please. Well, Amanita, I'm assuming is she in your pocket or is she still
I thought she was in fairy form at this point. Yeah, she's in
in
fairy.
fairy form? Yeah, please.
She was in her fairy form. She just fell out and she's just watching everyone trying to stab this guy, like an innocent child watching. Yeah.
Well, sorry, folks. Lucy's as quiet as always.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And then I'll just roll d20 for Amanita as well, just to see.
Will it? Would there any chance I could get advantage because I'm still flying?
And I would have assumed that. How long does fly last?
10 minutes.
Depends if. Yeah. It
It's
doesn't
probably
really
gonna be
matter
Okay.
because that's what you can see.
Oh. I'll just casually ask, so, why are we here again?
Steal things.
Stealing things and diamonds. Mainly diamonds to pay off our friend Egron's debt. But if we can find other things to take too, that'd be kind of handy.
I'd say anything else we find we can keep.
So you were in a dusty old attic.
Just gonna try and search the things that are up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna search around as well.
Okay.
What is this?
What is what?
What is the?
That's a loft hatch.
Okay.
So, would you? Anybody who's searching still, investigation check, and tell me what you're searching.
I got a 9, and I am searching the chest over here. Or not chest, the box.
Okay.
Lucy got a 17. He's searching underneath that cloth, and Marcus got a 12. He's searching over here.
Okay.
So the box in the barrel.
I've got
So-
D&D Beyond to work. Woo!
Ah, nice.
So, Varric, you find some lovely blankets, but it's just blankets.
They're not patterned nicely or anything.
Grey blankets.
I take
you get the impression that this is a storeroom, like where they've just moved all junk to make room for more useful, more valuable stuff downstairs. Marcus finds a number of old books on like inside like a chest. Lucy finds a rocking horse covered up by a blanket, and then like a little box also covered up by the same blanket. It's like a little box of dolls. Amanita finds some empty jam jars. Big enough to fit her, big enough for her to in her mushroom form.
Oh, these look good.
Jars would be handy.
She'll hand him to Lucy. Is like kind of coming over to him, holding him out, signaling him to basically open his pants of holding.
This was good. I need a new waistband soon.
Okay. While this is going on, Yinran, I'm told, sneakily lifts the hatch. So it's a about 10 feet to the floor. The room is dark. You dropping down?
I've got dark vision. Is there anything I can see that's moving around in faint light? No.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
I'll actually go and look.
Okay.
Have I done this in the wrong order? Oh, I need to go find where the skylight is on one of these. Is it that one? Yeah. So, you don't see anything in your field.
Okay.
You see no, that can't be right. That can't be right. Give us a minute. I need to sort a couple of things out. Put these in the wrong order.
I feel so bad for that guard. I'm just gonna throw that there. He had a very rough last few minutes. Like that is.
Yeah.
Tased. Stab, stab, stab. Tase. Stab. Miss. Stab.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so confused. No idea what's going on. All of a sudden, he's frozen in place, picked up. Yeah, I mean, tied up.
Well, you know, his mundane existence was excitable for a brief moment before it ended, I guess.
Excitable for us, sure, but for him, I'm sure that was agony.
So you see a golden spherical contraption with lots of spheres sticking out on it, on sticks with what looks like clockwork. You see a desk with some paperwork on it. One or two other things. What would you like to do?
I will silently drop down.
Okay. Is everybody else following, or?
Yeah.
I'll fly down. Still got a bit of time left.
Okay.
I'll grab Marcus.
Don't forget to grab Marcus.
Yeah. Yep. Also, how many jars did we get? Just so.
Oh, there was like 24 there.
24 jars.
They're empty.
Load them all in.
Yep.
Load them all in.
Oh my god.
There's a reason for this. I will explain at a later date.
Okay.
We're getting into jam business, guys. That's it. Forget everything. We're selling jam.
That
So
could be a naughty jar for Amanita. So if she's naughty, lock her in the jar.
That is what
Love
you
that.
can see.
I'm immediately fascinated and taken aback by this. Just staring at it.
Ugh, boring.
Does it? Do you recognize it at all? Or anything?
Do a history or an arcana check.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
big,
me.
big money, Charlie. Come on.
No,
That's nature.
That's nature.
that was the wrong one. What
Okay.
was I supposed to do? History. It's the same.
History. Oh my god.
It's the same. So it's fine. I'll take it as a 1.
Yeah.
So then
feel like
Lucy
you
will
should
just
know.
start. I should. Lucy will just start looking around the room for things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the desk. I'm gonna kind of see if I can read any of the notes that are on it.
So there is a drawer. So there's a chair in front of the desk. There is a drawer to one side. There is like a golden candlestick, and there is a number of. It's just like it's like an inventory list, a log of what's come in and what's gone out. You look, you can see that there are a number of diamonds. Lucy, what's your passive perception?
It is 12.
Okay. As you just walked out towards the bottom, towards those stairs,
Accidentally, but yes.
the skull falls off the cabinet next to you and hits the ground.
Like you get to grab it or no?
You don't perceive it happening.
Okay.
You just hear the loud noise afterwards.
Ooh.
Doing it.
Well, never mind, it's fine. I'm going to say how much distance is it from skull to the ground? 'Cause technically I'm still flying.
Feet are on the ground, but I'm still in the air.
Yeah.
It's a couple of feet, so
Yeah,
it's on a mechanism. So you would have. It's literally anybody that passes through that doorway would have triggered a number of kind of wires that would have thigged it. It's not just along the floor; it's kind of like halfway up. You hear coming up the stairs. What was that? What was what? Thought I heard something. Where from? Up there. Really? I didn't hear anything. You must be hearing stuff. Alright then. We'll check later anyway after we've finished with this. Yeah, okay.
Did you say there was diamonds on the disc? Or just in the inventory logs?
You see in the logbook the diamonds should be somewhere in the building. You find the drawer is locked.
I attempt to force it open. Like, can I just like pull on it, like kind of not like loud enough where it's gonna like make a loud noise, but like just kind of like pull on it quite tightly to see if it gives a bit.
Could you do a dexterity save, please?
Yep. Ooh. Dexterity save. 13. Wait, 14, sorry, +1. As well.
Okay. That's done it based on +3, hasn't it?
It's +3, but then because of my cloak, I get the +1, but I don't think it adds it in to the thing.
Fine. So, as you open the drawer, you hear a click. And then a dart, flies out of the drawer towards you, but you luckily manage to move out of the way, and it sticks in the ceiling with a thud. And now I need to do another perception. Couple of rolls.
It's in the ceiling, it's not on the floor, it's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They didn't hear it. Just like thud in the ceiling. They're like, you just, having heard the voice earlier, you just kind of listen for a few seconds in silence. You can just hear them talking to each other, just generally about life.
That was a close one, I think. I'm gonna start searching in the drawer. Just
Okay. In the drawer, you find 20 gold pieces.
Excellent.
What else? Was somebody else doing Mark?
Anita's just gone to have a look at the big contraption in the middle of the room.
Okay. You
Like
can see
flying
that
round
it's... Yeah, you notice that it is slowly turning, and the things going round are going at a different rate to the actual speed at which the central thing is turning, and then you notice each of the globe around, the satellite globes are turning as well, in slightly different directions at times. You get the feeling this is supposed to represent something, but you're not sure what.
She's like, she kind of whispers,
Looks like something Ashrafel would know.
Ooh. Just kind of over my shoulder. If I can hear it, I don't know if I can, but just...
she just get too busy looking around to hear what you say, so she's ignoring you.
Still going through the drawer anyway, just to see if there's anything else in there, but...
Nothing else in them.
No.
Nothing else in there.
Marcus a 1, and Lucy got a 17.
Okay. So you're looking... so Marcus is just looking through a number of books. They look old, but it's like, you know, the history of Catan City. You know, the deep catacombs and other interesting artifacts, other interesting treasures of Catan. And I'm not sure what else. Just kind of, these are These are quite old books. They're quite dusty. They look like they've been there for a number of times, but they look high quality.
Lucy
Remember,
might
it's
check them
Mark,
out
it's not
after.
Lucy. Sorry?
Yeah, I know. Lucy might check them out after, but I don't think Marcus will care.
No.
So Lucy got a 17.
Yeah. You find a number of books. You find a number of religious texts, actually. It looks as though one of the temples has been short on cash, or one of the people from temple, or somebody's been stealing from a temple and been giving you it's all books about the about Danira. I think he's the god of sustenance, or the goddess of sustenance.
If there's not much else up here, I think we should move to the next floor and check it out.
Okay.
Sorry, I just muted myself. Been talking.
Sorry, was
I would
Yin
say-
doing it?
Hey,
Was Yin
I would-
looking at something as well?
just admiring the contraption in the middle of the room.
You're just admiring the contraption in the middle of the room. Okay. So, you'll see in this room there's stairs up that have been blocked off that would have at some point headed up into the attic, but for some reason they've been blocked off. And then you can head down to the next floor.
I would have.
However,
then
it is
said
almost
to
half
Yin.
past.
I would have mentioned to Yin.
It
about
is
the
what,
other
sorry?
books.
Almost half. About the religious book. Maybe if we come back this way, or we'll have
God
it.
of sustenance. So,
No, I was
before we
saying
sleep.
it was almost half past. Do you want to call it day for the day?
yeah, I think that's a good point to stop, actually.
Yeah, just before I move on to any more fighting, because I think we all need to refresh ourselves and our roles for how things have gone tonight already.
I will give you a sneak preview of what is in the next floor.
Stairs.
A staircase! Oh my god! That's
Oh no.
amazing. Oh no!
My
Good.
worst nightmare as an old man. Stairs.
There may be a banister.
Oh.
Might not be the stealthiest way to get down the stairs, but
Oh, it'd be funny if it had a chairlift.
We travel and roll, our intentions are good. Maybe we find